Hey yo, welcome back. This is Crack, this Hide Cow. So, today we're actually going to be doing a little tutorial of sorts that we'll get to in a bit. So, when you start up, we're going to actually be learning about batch files and how to make them, how to make a simple one, hello world, whatever you want to call it. And so, what you first want to do is you want to go up here, you want to just click a new file. Then when you get a new file, it'll be called untitled-1. You want to select the language and select batch. And here's where our little fun is going to begin. So now we're just going to do an @echo off, right? And right now we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to make it a color, okay? You can find a link to what I'm going to be doing, but 17 is a color. It's a blue color, by the way. And so every line of this, it'll execute in succession unless you have a go-to statement. Like, let's say we have T over there, but we'll get into that later in the video. So now that we have all this, we are just going to go ahead and we're just going to echo, which is how you display text or how you copy text into like different files. We're going to echo that, and then we're just going to say hello world, okay? We're going to say that, and then we're going to do a pause, and then we're going to do an exit, okay? So now that we're saving this, we're just going to go over here and we're going to go to downloads, right? We're going to go and we're just going to name this hello, okay? We're going to name it hello.bat, right? Alrighty, now that we've done that, we want to go over here and go to our downloads folder. And now we want to just double click hello.bat. It'll say hello world, press any key to continue, and then we just click the enter button. Okay, now that we've gone ahead and we've done that, we can go ahead and we can continue with a little bit more of the tutorial. And so now we're just gonna copy, this file actually into the thing called tests, right? The test file here, that's a little thing I've also been working on. But right here, it's just, see, there's nothing in here. So right now we're just gonna copy this, okay? We're gonna copy, and we'll save that for later. But what we want to do is we want to have that in quotations like that, and now we want to just type in that, okay? Now you can do a bunch of other crap. It's more advanced, but you can look that up in like Stack Overflow and crap. All right, now that we've done that, we want to go back over to tests, and now we want to go downloads, and wherever we save this file, we are going to copy this as a path. We're going to copy that, and we're just going to paste it right here in between. Now that we've done that, okay, back up real quick. Sometimes this can get a little bit messy in Visual Studio. So right now, this is telling the program or the batch file to copy this file right here into this directory. You can do a lot more. You can add a -y or a -a or a -s, and that will just go ahead and it'll like copy only directories, or it'll copy all subdirectories. -y will copy and it will paste every it'll allow the how do I say it, the command prompt to overwrite data. Now that we've done that, we just want to go ahead and we want to do an echo. If it succeeds, then we're just going to say success. Yeah, we're just going to put success, not all caps, and copying the file. Got it. Alrighty. And now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to add a sleep command. Now what the sleep command does right now is it will go ahead and depending on how many seconds you put into it, like 0.4, okay, you have to include the 0, it's really weird. But you can do 0.4, okay, so we're going to do that. And then after we do that, we are just going to echo a dot, which will make it so like it goes to the next line. It'll echo a invisible space, which you do want. After it does that, we are going to echo another dot, and it'll say success in copying the file. And then we can go ahead and we can just echo the directory right here. Okay, that we just said it would paste it in. And now we can just go ahead and we can click Control S to save our hello.bat. Now that we have done that, we want to go to hello.bat. It'll say hello world. C/user/correct assign kill downloads hello.bat. And now that it said that, okay guys, now that it has said that, it'll say success in copying the file. And then it'll point to the directory in which it has been copied to. Now we're going to go test just to make sure, and holy crap, it copied. Wow. Now that we have done that, we can also just do, I'm going to show you a little bit shorter of a way. And so, what we can do to shorten it and make our code a lot more readable to people is we're going to just add CD. That is the immediate directory of what you are in. So let's say you are in the downloads directory, right? Instead of right now like c/user/charactersangle or in the downloads or desktop, you can use CD to point to the exact location of the batch file. Now that we have done that, we want to go ahead and we're just going to do another hello.bat. And then we can also do, instead of this, we can just go ahead and add CD. Now that we have done that, we can save that as well. And you know what, for just educational purposes, I will put the CD right there as well. Now that we have done that and we click Control S to save our little file right here, we are going to go into the file thing right here. And now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to delete the original hello.bat. I guess we already did. Nice. Alrighty, so now that we're at the hello.bat file, we are just going to go ahead and we're just going to open it. Hello world. And then I'll just copy the hello.bat file after we put the CD right here, CD and CD/tests. And just to make sure that it worked, we are now going to exit the application and just go to a test folder. Then you can see right here that it's done that. Alrighty. So now we know how to sleep. We know how to echo invisible icons or invisible spaces. And we also know how to copy files. Now the next thing will be in doing a little choice thing. Now I'm not going to code it out like right here and right now. But what I will do, okay, what I will do is Alright, so... Alright, now that's not child friendly. Now we're just going to sleep after this works. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to echo a dot right there, or echo an empty space. And now we're going to click O4 again. Now that we have done that, we're going to echo a dot one space. And 2 seconds. Alrighty, sorry about that. So now after we do that, we're going to go over here and we're just going to copy a or a little bit of text. I'm not going to write this out because that would make it way too long of a video. So now that we've done that, we just want to go ahead and we want to paste this. Now, we aren't going to have 2 options, but we're going to have it so it goes 1 or 2. Now that we have done that, we are now going to go over and we're just going to delete all this. And then we're just going to go and we're going to name these just the actual numbers because my old application does not work. Surprise, surprise. Alrighty, and we're not going to bother changing this. Actually, for the tutorial, I guess we will. And so now we're just going to name it just choice. Now remember, if you have multiple of these choice statements right here, you will have to name them separately, like choice 1. And then if you have another one, you want to name it choice 2. Now that you have this code is just asking what letter do you have your SD card in. Of course, we will just say 1 or 2 for this demonstration. And then after we say 1 or 2, you'll have 1-2. Now we have that. This code says if your input is equal to C, and C says 1 or 2 over here, and is equal to 1, you want to go to 1. If it is not, then you want to go to this one. And if it's none of these, you just want to keep clicking this. Now, I will echo a dot just so it looks a little bit better. Now that we have that, we want to create a 1 file and then a 2 file. And CLS we'll use for both of these right here. So now that we have CLS, what we want to do is we're just going to go ahead and we're going to echo as well another dot because, you know, dots are awesome. Now, right now we are coding number 2, but we'll copy and paste and then edit the code later as soon as we do that. So now that we have that, we're just going to call this right here, we're just going to call this number 3, okay? Because if we do not go to the go-to command and we type in 3, it'll actually execute this code down here as well, which we do not want ideally. Alrighty, since we are doing that now, we want to echo dot, and now we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to say echo hello, you have selected number 2. Okay, so it's gonna say you have selected number 2. Alright, now that it said that, we want to echo, and then we want to pause the script, so we're gonna click pause, and then we're just gonna have CLS, and then we're gonna have it echo one more time, so we're gonna have echo a spot, and then we're just gonna go ahead, since we did that, we are now ready to close. So after we do that, we want to go to the one right here. It's number 3 already. So since it's named number 3 down there, we're just going to say go to number 3. And then we're just going to copy and paste the code from this right here. So you want to click cut. Not cut. Dang. I'm terrible with this. So you just want to click copy. And you want to get rid of the CLS right here. And you just want to paste. Alrighty, now that works perfectly. So we will now change this right here from 2 to 1, and it'll say pause, and then it'll clear the screen, echo once, and then it'll go to pause, and then exit the application after you click a button. So this program says hello world, copies a file, and may or may not overwrite it. It will also tell you if you succeeded in copying it, and then it will also show you the directory in nice short terms. We've also learned how to do sleep for how many seconds we want, and then we also learned how to make little spaces inside a program. We also learned how to clear our screen and then also do a choice, which may or may not be pretty cool. So as you can see up here at this hello.bat, we are now going to go ahead and we're going to click Control S. All right, now that we've done that, we want to go back to our downloads folder right here. And you can see that it's 1 kilobyte. Writing in any language, really, it's pretty boring, honestly. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So now we're just going to click hello.bat. It will say hello world. It will copy itself to the tests folder, as you've seen. And after it does that, we're just going to, and now it says actually right here. It says 1 or 2. If we type in 1, it will tell us to re-enter it. Because remember, it is equal to. So it has to be equal to whatever you put in there. So you can, if you want in your code before we continue, if you want to go ahead and you want to copy this stuff right here, right? And then you just want to go ahead and paste that. But then here, let me just get rid of that. So if you want to type in 1 right there and then 2, alrighty, since we just edited our code, we're going to have to exit out of the application because we'll get a bunch of errors. Now we want to go back to hello.bat, and it'll copy, of course, like normal. And then it'll say 1 or 2. Now we can say 0 ONE, right? It will error. But if we type in ONE, 1, and we click enter, hello, you have selected number 1. And then it will say press any key to continue and exit the application. Same thing if you type in TW0, nothing will happen. If you type in 2, the number 2, or the word 2, it will go to this, and it will clear the screen and then exit the application. So that's a very, very, very basic batch script. And then we're also going to go over in this video, because I see we're at like 13 minutes, we're going to go over how to copy and like make files and all that. So now that we are going to learn how to do that, we want to go to the directory.bat or whatever file. I'm just going to copy it from here. Alrighty, now that that is sorted, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to copy the load file and the save file into this. So now we're going to go back to our hello world.bat, and we're going to make it so anytime someone chooses 2, you are able to save that answer. Alrighty, so now we're going to do that, but we're also going to add some code right here beforehand. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to set the variable right here of dirf is equal to, and then we're just going to go ahead and delete this because, like, for real, who would want this? So we're going to change all occurrences. You can do this whatever. I believe Notepad++ has some plugins that you can do that. And then if you go ahead and you go to drf.sav, if you just point it to that file, it will save it to the directory of your file. Alrighty, now that we have done that, we want to type in hello world, or yeah, world, and that will set the drf to equal the variable of hello world. And after we do that, we are gonna save it to the drf.sav file. You can encrypt this, but we're not gonna go through that. This is just very basic stuff. Alrighty, now that we have done that, we want to go back over and we want to just go ahead and we're just gonna go ahead and echo it. So now we're just gonna go ahead and echo the dirf. Okay, now that we've done that, we're just gonna go ahead and add a echo 1, right? No, we're gonna echo actually dot pause. I think that's it. And then we're gonna echo a space. After we do that, we are just gonna do also another echo dot and then another at pause. And then after you click the at pause, it will clear screen and it will go to number 3. Now this code will only work for number 2, as you can see, and it's indicated by being under the semicolon 2. Alrighty, so now we're at the CLS. Alrighty, and so now we are just gonna go ahead and save. And after we save, we also want to go back to our hello world.bat. Make sure you save the file with Control S or go to File and save from there. Go to hello world or hello.bat, and we're gonna see what happens when we type in 1. After we type in 1, it's not going to do anything. But after we go ahead and we type in hell and then we click in 2, you've selected number 2. Press any key to continue. And then hello world. It echoes the message that I put right here that I set, because it saves it to a file. Now you can go ahead and you can see this for yourself. If you go ahead and you go over here, you can see that drf.sav is right there. It's not right there. That is a wrong one. Now that we've done this, we want to go over and we're just going to copy this up here. And we can see that the text inside the file is hello.world or hello world. All right. So that ends the tutorial on how to go ahead and just save files and like call them back in memory right here. And as you can see, it can get pretty confusing, but with enough practice, you can do pretty much anything. You can do start IX Explorer, Internet Explorer. Most people don't know that that's in Windows 10 and 11 still, except for you may have to do some registry tweaks. Alrighty, so now that this is all done, have a great one, and this has been Crack This Heinkill, signing off. Bye-bye.